If you're writing persuasively, the audience needs to know clearly what you're talking about. For persuasive writing, there's 3 parts. You have your intro, you have your body paragraphs, and then you have your conclusion. And you state it again, the more people will remember what your message is. The reason why these are poor examples is because they're negative ads. Okay, what did they do to Meg Whitman? They put a big note. You're drawing attention to things that they did in the past, and the wording. These are poor examples of being persuasive. Okay, you can learn something from these in terms of making a commercial, but in terms of the negativity, are we going to go negative? No. It's alive. It's more alive when I'm using technology, when I'm using the smartboard, when I'm using Keynote, PowerPoint to illustrate just the connection to what they see every day, because whether they know it or not, they're watching TV, and whether they're paying attention or not, they're hearing, that language. They're hearing people persuading them to buy a product. Oh, this is okay. They're trying to persuade me to do something. I would never think about it that way, and unless we put the two side by side and connect the dots. I think when students know that the end product is before their peers, before their family members, before other teachers or even different schools, they're paying attention to how it's crafted, how it's written, how it's thought out. And so when they're paying more attention to something that they're engaged with, there's some sort of attachment that I made this, and that's actually me on screen, and the words that are coming out of my mouth are ones I've written. They're going to pay more attention to an English lesson about grammar, or how we use punctuation, or how we're using prepositions, or how we use sense variety to make our writing more interesting.
In Mr. Alfonso's class, I learned how to storyboard, how to write it down on the paper, and after that I learned how to transfer what was on the script to on the storyboard and draw out pictures and shots. And then when we'd film, we'd have to learn how to act good and not make it look like we're looking at a paper or like looking at the camera when you're not supposed to.
When they see that connection of the end product and how it looks to other people and how it's perceived, and they pay more attention to what's being taught on paper and pen, because they need those tools to improve the tools they're using for those multimedia projects. It ties in, whether they know it or not.